Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Gurudev. In this video, I will tell about Pratyahara, one of the important concept in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Pratyahara means the substitute food for senses. This is, for me, this is the one of the most important idea from Patanjali Yoga Sutras. What is Pratyahara? This is a Pratyahara literally means the substitute food for the senses. Like when the child is playing with a knife, what would mother will do? Mother goes to the child and remove the knife and give some toy car. This is the same way. In this same way, we give when the senses are playing with other things which will harm the body, mind, and other things. Then we will give the substitute food to senses and save the body, mind, and oneself. This is one of the most important concept I imprinted in my mind, that one should more know about these things, because our rishis and maharshis, they learned how the mind works, how the body works, and how these things works, and they made a sutras in such a way that how can one save oneself from all the bad things which the mind always wanted to get into. If you see the mind mold, if you see the nature of the mind always try to get into the more bad things than the good things. So that we should skillfully take the mind from bad things to the good things, so that mind can be saved and one can be saved from all these things in the society. So Patanjali Yoga Sutras from Gurudev Sri Shankar is one of the most things transformed my life. So one should listen to Patanjali Yoga Sutras from Gurudev Sri Shankar in the Art of Living app. You can uh, subscribe to the app for around 1,000 rupees per year, and you can listen more and more knowledge from Gurudev Sri Shankar, and one could transform oneself in their life. So Patanjali Yoga Sutras is one of the most important thing where one can transform and one can get so much happiness and so much uh, not get into bad things and get into good things and lead a happy life. That is why this Pratyahara is one of the important concept. Pratyahara means we have to give the senses constantly the good food. The good food like satsang, meditation, sadhana, like sadhana, seva, and satsang, and meditation. Like this, when you give all these things, the senses will be calm. Senses will become calm, and they don't disturb you much. But if you don't give them this food like sadhana, seva, satsang, and meditation, bhajans, listening to bhajans and singing bhajans, and singing and dance for the cultural dances like Bharatanatyam, Kathak, like that. When you don't give all these things to the senses, they may create havoc in your life, which will can cause big harm. Like that, if you see the people who all the people in the jails, if you ask them, if you go to jail, there are millions of people in jails in a in the world, in the whole world. And if you see in the United States, there are 20 lakhs people are in jails. Okay. If in India also around 5 lakhs people are in jail. Like that, there are in the whole world millions of people are in jail. If you go to the jail and ask these people, how many of you were booked, uh, how many of you are innocent, all the people will raise their hands. Because in the spur of a moment, in the sudden moment, they do all these crimes. So, in this way, the concept of Pratyahara is the most important for me in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So, to, if you want to save yourself from many bad things in the society like alcohol, cigarettes, meat eating, and all these things, if you want to save yourself from all these things, you should, you should constantly give food to your senses in the Pratyahara mode. In the Pratyahara means what? Same like earlier I have said that about when the child is playing with a knife, what would the mother will do? She gently took away the knife from the take away the knife from the child, and she gives some toy car or toy plane or something that toy will give, so that she will give so that the child will not harm himself or herself from the knife. In the same way, we have to give the food for our senses continually, like in the form of sadhana, seva, and satsang, like in singing bhajans and doing meditation, doing yoga and sadhana. All these things are available in Art of Living, so that one can not harm himself or herself from all the bad things in the society. So that what one has to do is do more and more Art of Living courses. When you do more and more Art of Living courses, it is like a giving pratyahara to your senses. When you give a pratyahara to in the senses in the form of Art of Living courses, then what happens is your senses will be calm. Your senses don't hanker for another things. That's why one should, if you do more and more Art of Living courses also, you will learn how to do meditation, how to do yoga, how to do satsang for yourself, and how to learn all these things. One can learn from the courses which the teachers will teach to you. Then your life will be happy and peaceful. See, if you see in your life, we spend so much money on the waste education like engineering and all these things. Inter engineering, all these things. We spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees, but we will spend only little, 1,000 and 2,000, 10,000, only little, very, very little for yoga and all other courses. So we have to increase the spending for more and more for Art of Living courses, so that one can learn so many things in life and be happy and peaceful. Like that, it is like a pratyahara to our mind and to the soul. Jai Gurudev.